So here, building at this part of the skills and working on entry models, I'm going to talk about structure, um, structure, and how to deal with entry models. For those who already have background in range trading, you already have what? You already have a whole idea about ranges and primary, primary and secondary liquidities. You understand that it's a simple concept and it is on YouTube. You have another structure here. So you understand that you have your primary and your secondary liquidities. First, you may grab this and you go down, or you may go higher, grab this and you go down. However, the problem is this. You are analyzing your chart. You are seeing a breakout structure. You've got your breakout structure, and then you're waiting for price to come back. That to buy. Then the price does what? Price keeps trending, and it creates a pullback here. Keeps trending, a pullback. Price breaks the structure. You are waiting for price to come back here. It doesn't come. Price trading. Price going down. You finish the whole day without any setup. So, this is the focus we are going to talk about, because I want to ask someone who asked me a question about gold. Because gold is trading. It's trending, and uh, so here is a simple answer for you. When you were trading gold or other pairs that tend to never come back to the mini key level you're seeing, like assuming there's a pullback, there's another block somewhere here. Then price is not coming back. This trending. So what do you have to do? First of all, you have to know the degree. You have to know the degree. You have to know the degree of your structure. Wait a minute. So, okay, you have to know the degree of your structure. You have to know the degree of your structure. So assume that this is a monthly time frame. You are seeing this on a monthly time frame. This is a monthly time frame. This is a monthly time frame. Now, of course, this will be another monthly pullback. So from that pullback, you see, for example, you see this, you are seeing this only. They say on gold, you are seeing this on your monthly time frame. Your next job should be what kind of structure market is using to create this trend? What kind of market structure price is using to create this trend. What kind of market structure market is using to create this trend? This is a monthly time frame. Then there is a big trend going on, and you have no idea when you will have a pullback, maybe to this bullish order block. So when, I mean, your next task is to know which time frame market is using to create this trend. So you have to do what? You have to change to a lower time frame, like from monthly. This is what we call you just you just do consecutive time frame analysis. So you do what? You switch to from monthly, you switch to weekly. From weekly, you switch to daily to see what kind of structural market is exactly using to create the trend. That's rule number one. Now, once you know that, assume that you have seen that. What's wrong with this? Okay. Assume that you have seen the right structure. Assume that this is weekly. You are on a weekly time frame. The sign, the sign of another monthly pullback will form when this weekly structure is broken. Once this structure is broken, market is really going to create what? Market is going to create another pullback for monthly time frame, and then continues to go higher. Meaning it will look like this. It will look like this, where the red color is your monthly time frame. The red color is your monthly time frame, right? Then here, assume assume that price assume that price is here. Remember, the purpose is how do we identify trade opportunities when we have something that keeps trending like gold. So assume that you are here. Assume that you are here. Price is here. You don't have this one. Price is here. This is the current price action you have. So on a monthly time frame, where the red line you see, the red line you see, you have seen this as your major structure on a monthly time frame. Now, once you switch to weekly, you are seeing something like this. Raw time frame structure market is using to create a trend. Now, assuming you are starting a new week, then the price is here. Assume that price is here. So you have to understand. Let me remove this a bit. You have to understand that from here, from this weekly structure market is using, there will be a certain structure also market will be using around here. And assume this is daily. Let me use another color. Assume this structure is daily. Let me use yellow, for example. Assume this is daily time frame. Now, one of the major signs that market is going to create a weekly structure, which is this blue line, is the break of this daily structure. Is the break of this daily structure. So this is daily. You see daily is broken. So there is a pullback coming, and this pullback doesn't mean this pullback is coming to this structure, to this other block. No. It may be it is coming to a fair value gap we have here. Hope you understand. Maybe it is coming, it is coming to this fair value gap. We have here on what? On weekly structure, for example. So you are going to see something like this. This is your weekly pullback. The market is going on. You see that? So there is a small key level you have here. Market is going to use to continue a trend. There is a small key level market is going to use here to continue a trend. Then if this blue line is broken, which is your weekly structure, for example, it does something like this, and then on the monthly time frame, you have imbalance around here. That's probably where market is going to come back to continue a trend. It doesn't have to come back around here. No, right? That's what gold is doing. That's what gold is doing. For those who are interested in trading gold, I don't like it, but you can do what? You can you can know this. You have to know this if you are interested in what? In trading gold, because I'm answering the question. Someone asked me about this. So you have to know the key is this. You have to know the degree of your structure. For example, this was around here. This was the structure. Sorry. I'm going to remove this. Remember, this is a daily structure, this yellow line. So I'm going to put it here on this side. Now, on this level, this daily structure, you know you have got a break. A structure was broken. Market is creating a push to the upside, expansion. So once you have expansion, what do you expect? You expect retracement. The problem is when a retracement is forming and when will it end? So if this retracement is forming, it doesn't mean it will end here to this other block. No, it may form like this small move, and then the to price continues to go higher. So what you do, you have to know the degree of your time frame. If you are on a daily time frame like this, you have to switch to 4 hour 4 hour to see the right structure market is using. So this right structure market is using on 4 hour is likely going to determine the behavior of the next day or the next week. Remember, if you are on a structure, most of the time you are going to trade what? You are dealing with how daily candles are forming, daily and weekly candles are forming. Because most of the time, this pullback may form on the beginning of the week or during the middle of the week. Because most of the time, we needed to see a weekly pullback forming. So this is going to be your 4 hour. This can be your 4 hour time frame. So if price breaks this area, in the case something like this, price may still go higher. It doesn't have to come back. Do not wait for price to come back here. And this can be another daily pullback. This can be another daily pullback. So you have to understand that. So the key is to know the degree of your waves if you are interested in gold. So if you go to gold like 12-month time frame, 12-month time frame, you can see this. You can judge this as what? For example, as our main structure on a yearly time frame. So the question is, when will we have another pullback? Sorry, we are moving like this. I think. Oh, let me Let me find another broker. Okay, ICE, because I'm not seeing exactly the right structure. Okay, nice one. Nice one. This is what I need. Starting from here, you have a big structure that was created. Then, if we are going to trade using normal structure, we have a breakout structure, we need a pullback to go higher. But you see, it doesn't happen. It keeps trending. It keeps trending like this without approaching what? Without approaching our zone, as you can see here. From here, you would you would have thought that market is going to do what? To come back down here and then it can score higher. And it's not going to happen. Then market goes higher and break again. So if I ask you what is the degree of your structure, the degree of your structure on this time frame is this one. Is this one. So here, if we switch to like monthly time frame or 3 months time frame, we need to know, we want to know which structure market is using to create this trend to go higher. So this can give us an idea of how to find opportunity and how to expect a certain pullback to come. For those who are in the free taking or understanding cycles, they will understand it better. So now we have monthly time frame. Let's check on monthly. Monthly have so many candles, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Let's check on a 3 month time frame. Okay, nice one. Look at this. Now look from here all the way to the top. You can see yourself. We don't have any clear 3 months time frame structure that was broken. So, for example, if you get this breakout structure, market creates a pullback. Remember, this is first pullback. Do not Most of the time you have to ignore much this pullback coming because this is a shift. It starts from the bottom right here, what market is using. Try to see it yourself. You have this, you have this, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Let's see the structure market is using to maintain that trend. To maintain that trend. Look at this from here. It went higher all the way there, then create certain small structure, the big. So once you see this type of buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, support level being broken like this, just creating a perfect engulfing candle, as you can see. This can also be a sign of a pullback. This can be a sign of pullback, right? So here, how do you identify opportunities? So uh, here, let me check if I can get. mm, so let's see if I can get maybe somewhere like here. Let's see. Okay. Now, this is your first level. Market is using to create this trend. So You don't know what will happen later. What you know, you are going to the top. Based on what you see on a high time frame, you are going here to take out this high. But you don't know how long will go there. What matters is to get the opportunity. Now, if you switch, this is 3 month time frame. We want to know again on this time frame, the degree of wave we are using is a 3 month time frame. Now we can use monthly and weekly to see the right structure we can follow. Now, if we switch to monthly time frame, we can clearly see the internal structure market is using to do what? To create a trend. So what will this time frame help us? This time frame may help us calculate when a possible bigger pullback is going to form, whether around here or around here, and then we continue to go higher. So once you identify this level, you see yourself that the market is using monthly structure to accomplish this move before another same monthly move forms. If you understand what I mean. We are here. We didn't see anything from now on a 3 month time frame. But if we switch to monthly, time frame, we can see structure market was using to create this push. You can see it yourself around here. Okay, hope you can see that. Now, here, the question is, for example, if this pullback is forming, you know you are still going higher no matter what, because you didn't see any sign of pullback. You are going higher. So the question is, where is the market going to stop? If you look closely here, you can see market is stopped on this bullish order block, right? It doesn't have to come to the bottom. Look at here. Market create a push. You are following this trend. For example, you want to look for buy opportunity. Where is it going to stop? Right? So you look on this area, there is no imbalance. Of course, sorry, imbalance is here. Can you see it? Sorry. But there is something else I see that I want to show you. Something we call retraded rebalanced. Retraded rebalanced is when you have a candle that push the price, for example, higher. Assume this is a bearish candle, a bullish candle. It has a long wick on the top, and then you see another candle forming around here, then another candle forming around here. So a zone was traded to the top. A zone was traded. There is a move that was traded here. Then a rejection come back. This rejection come back to retrade this level, retraded. Then got balanced again. This is one of the major POI you have to understand. So even if this is another block, you can see the same pattern around here. You can see the same pattern around here. Big wick, same here. Look at this one. You can see. So same here. Look at this one. Then another candle forms. Then this is one of the major POI we will talk about maybe in the second session. So now, what matters in this case is this. Which time frame are you going to follow? Which time frame are you going to follow? If you are following a monthly time frame, you can see the monthly time frame is here. So you are going to trade the monthly time frame. So you are going to buy from here at the top. Or maybe you want to focus on weekly candles. So what you do, you ignore, you follow this structure market is using on your monthly time frame. Then where is your focus now? Your focus is not what will happen in the future. You know you are there because you start from higher time frame. You start from higher time frame. Then you need to study what? This zone. And the question is, which time frame market is using to create this trend? This trend. You know, after breaking this level, market will continue to move. If you check in history, back in history, it's the same. Market will continue to move. So what do? Go to weekly to find out a structure market is using to create that trend. Look at it. Look at it. Have you seen? Have you seen? Now, we have another degree of structure. This is on weekly. On the weekly, you can see that. Market doesn't have to come back to this other block in order for you to buy. No. Market can simply look for this imbalance you have here. And they continue to go higher. To go higher. So you as trader, with this all of this structure in mind, again with all entry models we talked about, market goes from internal to external, from external to internal. Talk. Now from internal to external. So what do you do here? You can go back and watch the videos. Okay. However, we will talk about that maybe later. So now you can see yourself that market is pushing back to this level and then it continues to go higher using this structure. The structure you see is the structure. This one, this one. So meaning also this one is also is a structure. It's a weekly structure. Don't ignore. Remember, this is weekly. So you may think the major structure is this one simply because you have a big spike. What if market is stopped here, around here like this? This would be a weekly structure, right? So you can see yourself what is happening. Then buy sell programs that start being broken. All of those manipulation, you can see that price dropping down, dropping. This drop is creating monthly pullback. This monthly pullback doesn't mean you are going to wait for price to come back here, to come back to the bottom into this monthly range. No, no. If you see this, switch to monthly. If weekly is broken, you see signs of bearish pullback, switch to monthly to see if you can find where market is likely to stop. Switch to monthly to see if you can identify where market is likely to stop. This is where you find your key level on higher time frame. Key levels are found on higher time frame. So you have what? You have a trade rebalanced zone. This one. For those who have videos that talks about voiding wick, voiding a bar, please go back and watch those videos. They are very, very, very powerful. If you watch those videos, you will come back smiling because you will see that. You will see that. Now, market is doing what? Market is market is pushing higher after this zone. After this zone. So if this is the key level, and you go to monthly time frame, daily time frame, remember market maker, time frame, market maker time frame. If you identify your POI and you want to see a change, please go from monthly, go to daily. Go to daily. And then check that purge that took place. Can you see that? You can see this other block that was formed here as your key level for buy program. That is going to form. That's going to form. And then from here, you've got a pullback forming. You're going to see another push. If you go back to monthly, remember this is monthly time frame. This is after seeing where market is going to start from on a monthly time frame. Remember, let me go back to monthly so that you understand. After identifying where market is going to start trending to the upside, go to weekly, structure by structure, to see the main structure market is going to use to continue to go higher. As you can see, this one and this one. Major pullback, maybe you can take a loss, for example, but you cannot if you understand where all of these concepts we talk about. Then you use what? Use that structure to keep looking for opportunity to go higher. Opportunity to go higher. So if we go to the current price action, if you go to the current price action, you have to act fast, like it's simple and easy to do. It's like this. Market is using this structure to continue higher. Or for example, you choose this one. You choose this one. Then you go to frame of time frame. You have nothing there except this small one. So this small one means this small one on monthly means on frame of time frame means market is using this structure to create a trend. You may see another one in the future here, maybe as you can see. Now, switching to monthly time frame. So which structure do we see on a monthly time frame? Market is using from this level to this level. The current one you have is here. You focus on that. So this is your current monthly structure you are seeing. Go to weekly. On the weekly, you see other structures, as you can see. So you have this one. So this is the same structure. You have this one. In the future, you may have this one. So if you are here, do not think you are going to look for setup to come back down. Instead, think how you are going to go higher after trading on this key level. Think how market is likely to go higher after trading on this key level. Now, on the daily, you are here. If you want to know what is going on or how we are leaving this key level, we are doing this key level, but how are we going to go up? How are we going to go up? This means market is going to create more candles, more bullish candles like this one. Like this one we have here. Like this one we have here. We're going to create more bullish candles. Okay. Now switch, of course, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Look at here. Assume this place is the same as this one. Okay. Assume we are here. Then how are we going to trade? Assuming the chart is like this, you don't see anything, you see something like this. But you know you are pushing higher, pushing higher, pushing higher, pushing higher. How do you know structure market is going to use there? Which structure? You switch from weekly to daily. If you switch from weekly to daily, you are going to see beautiful structure market is going to use. Look at this one. Look at this structure. Look at that structure. Look at that structure. Look at that structure. Look at that structure market is using to go higher. As you can see, then a break of the buy sell candle. Sell buy candle is broken. I mean, this level is broken, as you can see. Then a pullback was created here. Then what do we expect? We do expect the market is likely to go higher. If anything happens, setup fails, do not still think we are going down, right? Keep thinking bullish.